We're just going to see how good their customer care really, really is for somebody who has lost their account. I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome into episode 7 of the Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed Escape Podcast. And, I am joined as always by my hetero life mate, Neil Andrew Eyre. How are you doing this
not too
evening?
Not too bad, mate. Still haven't played. As you know, I'm going through.
Wait, hold on.
What?
So you say you haven't played. I mean,
no,
if we're going to do a podcast about a video game, you kind of need to play the game.
This isn't through lack of trying. This isn't through lack of trying.
You've been busy. I understand, but let me tell you about what I did, and then then I'll listen to your excuse.
But really, excuse.
So exactly. I'm happy to say that, and Abba will be very, very proud of me that I got my Commander Cold. I was able to unlock Commander Cold after pulling a daily pack. So now I have Spaceman Reed at 5 stars, Dr. Kelvin at 3, Locust at 3, Blacktron Dwayne at 3, and Commander Cold at 2. But still, it's okay.
Spaceman.
I've got my space team.
Your Spaceman.
I've got my Spaceman. I'm excited. I'm going to live and die on the Space Hill.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be my claim to fame. Is I'm gonna live and die on the Space Hill.
Yeah. You're going to be the Jedi Master Adastra of the Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed world by just working on space and only on space, and you're going to make them great. Something like that.
Hey, they're going to be a Space Force.
They're going to be a Space Force. They're going to be perfect. And we're going to fly into space. And we're going to take it over.
So, you hear it slightly in the background here as I'm flipping around. I am really excited. So I've got Spaceman Reed sitting at Gear 5. I've got Kelvin at Gear 4. Locust still at 2. Dwayne sitting at 4. And Commander Cold sitting at 4. So I really got to get Locust. I gotta. He has some unusual bits. I'm going to say that right now. He has some unusual bits, gear pieces to gear himself up. But I got to level 42. I'm excited about that.
At least you've got the 5 spacemen now for when they do the Benny Legendary event, and you need 5 spacemen.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you're going to need them for Spaceman Benny. You're going to need maxed out 5. You're going to need 5 7 stars.
Okay,
that's what you're going to need. You're going to need to keep farming them until they're all maxed out, gear maxed out, stars maxed out, abilities maxed out.
You say this as if it's something that I'm not going to already do, Neil.
Yeah, I know you're already going to do it. It's just how will you get it done in time for when they bring Benny out, or will the people that run the finances for the game go, right? There's just too many people at 5 stars. There's too many people close. We need to make some money out of Benny. Right? Okay, release him now and release a bunch of packs that all of the people that are at 5 and 6 stars can buy to top up their characters. I know it's a very cynical thing.
It is a cynical thing, but you know what? I don't think Game Loft is like that. I really don't. I don't think that Game Loft would be as cynical as other companies that we've dealt with. So,
it's just that cynicism is kind of cynicism from a punditry point of view is kind of part of the course at the moment, because there are so many things in the mobile game world to be cynical about. I'm not talking about you can't just paint that brush with all gaming. I'm just talking specifically about the mobile game world. If you look at the ones that are at the top, there's lots of reasons to be cynical about the games that are kind of at the top and get lots of content created about them, like the Swiggers and the Marble Strike Forces and stuff like that. So hopefully Gameloft proves us all wrong, and doesn't do cynical things.
And you know what? I really do. Some people will call it shilling. I call it hopeful blind faith.
Yes, but you're a Lego aficionado, so you're going to have that level. You know, you're going to have that blind faith because you're such a big fan of Lego.
Yeah. That's why part of it is hopeful blind faith. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I hope that, I mean, we've seen it not just with the Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, but we have seen it with DSA. These two games are doing it the right way. They're doing things the correct way. They're being communicative. They're not making things too difficult. The new characters they bring out as marquees are easy to get, so that everybody gets that free character. You know, at 1 stars. That's what you want for early game adopters. Lots and lots, as much free stuff as possible. as much as free stuff as possible, and then your whales will use their money to make the stuff they get for free better than everybody else's free stuff. So that's the model. That's the way you do it. You give everybody loads of free stuff, and then you let the whales spend their what you know that they're going to spend. They buy their packs and they make these things that you've given everybody for free better than free. You know, that's where you make your money. So you keep your free to play happy, and you keep your pay to win happy.
Okay, so what has been more important than a video game that we're doing a podcast on, Neil?
Well, no. What happened was, I can't remember if it was Sunday evening or Monday, but BlueStacks did an update, and I downloaded and installed the update because I was firing up BlueStacks. I was going to be playing my games, just doing the dailies and stuff like that, and the update popped up, so I downloaded it, installed it, and immediately after installing it, every single app I had would crash. Didn't matter which instance I used. I had I've got 3 accounts, Google accounts, so I use 3 instances. I couldn't get an app, not a single app to work on them. So I uninstalled it and reinstalled it, the main one, without doing the update, and it wouldn't install. So I had to go back to a previous version, and that previous version allows me to play DSA and Swugger, but it does not let me play Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. The game plays, but it's completely and utterly broken. You can't read anything. And I tried it on multiple accounts, and just loading the game from the Google Play doesn't. When I did it when I reinstalled the DSA on the instance that the account that it was signed into, it kicked straight in. The game loaded straight back up where I left off. It did not do that with Legacy, with the Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. It didn't do that. I loaded it on every single one of my Google accounts, and it didn't just automatically lock in. So I sent off an email to customer care. But I didn't do this until Wednesday. Okay. So I didn't start that process until Wednesday. So I went Monday. I had bigger fish to fry on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because of GAC. So GAC and stuff for the show kind of like put the whole Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, getting that fixed, put it on the back burner. But I squared it away on Wednesday, sent an email off. They responded back to me with a ticket number. I even had someone on Discord kindly get in touch with me and say, you know, I'd be, you know, that they were a developer on Discord, and they were interested to see. They're interested to know how well their customer care works. So I'm in constant touch with one of the developers of the game through Discord. They're not giving me help because they want to see it clean. Mm-hmm. You know, they want to see someone, you know, how their customer care works. And if they helped, it would completely defeat the purpose. So it's not that they're helping. Okay. I'm just keeping them informed. So 2 emails responded to on my Gmail. The second one was saying start another account so that we can put, you know, so that they can kind of like transfer things over. So I started a new one on Windows 10. Obviously, that is now my Microsoft account. I've had confirmation that the Lego Legacy Heroes is connected to my Microsoft account. I just need them to get back in touch with me, because their second email said, now go through click on the customer care tab in my new game so that I can have the progress from my old game put onto this. So
okay,
so I gave the exact same details, and I just have to sit and wait now.
Okay, so I just want to clarify. So, essentially, to put the timeline into perspective, we record this show on Thursday nights, sometimes Wednesday night, sometimes Thursday night. We're recording this show on Thursday the 16th. So you reached out on Wednesday and have already gotten 2 responses.
Yes. I got the automated response, which gives me a ticket number. And then I got the second email saying, right, we need you to do this. We need you to, start a new game and then hit the customer care tab from that new game, giving us the exact same details again. And that's what I've done. And now I'm waiting for a response from them from the Microsoft account, because obviously they responded to the Gmail one.
All right.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean, yeah, this is.
I mean, it is. I mean, it is a good solid experience. It's a good solid experiment. Anecdotal. Obviously, there's no scientific process here. It's it's just we're just going to see how good their customer care really, really is. For somebody who has lost their account. I mean, this could be someone that has a crash on their tablet, and they can't remember which account that they were logged into. But when they get their new tablet and they put the game on, their account's no longer there and it needs to be recovered. So I can think of any real world term scenarios where this does actually, it does actually happen. And it's happened to me before. I mean, it used to happen to me with Nox all the time. That's why I switched from Nox to BlueStacks, because the Nox update would always mess around with the apps that you used in that emulator. So I switched to BlueStacks because it would happen less. It's just unfortunate that this recent update for BlueStacks didn't work, and I have to do everything, literally everything off an older version.
Gotcha. Well, the things that you are missing right now, we did get the update on it was either Monday or Tuesday. I believe it was Monday. And I was really excited about this because we now have guild quests. I need to do some energy on hard missions. Now, the fun thing is that it has a yellow energy squiggle or a blue energy squiggle. We don't have blue energy yet in the game.
Really? Oh, right. Okay.
That's the event or brick space energy. So
right, yeah.
We will get it eventually, and that's all right. We are now getting a good inflow of what do you call it? Guild event tokens or guild coins. They call them guild coins in this game. So if you are going for Dr. Kelvin, or you're going for Princess Storm for your castle team, you can go for them pretty much every other day. There is a little, unless you are in a uber competitive, everybody's doing everything, min-maxing everything. You're going to be getting it about every other day, or maybe I would say 3 times a week. You'd be able to purchase these shards or tiles with the guild coin. So it's something that we can look forward to. When you get back in, I'd be more than happy to see, how you do in the thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do have a game, but I do right now. I don't have the patience to start a new game. If Gameloft customer care does not resolve my issue, and I have to start the game again from scratch, not gonna be happy.
Yeah, it won't
be happy. Now, because I'm free to play. Because I'm free to play, it's no loss. But if I was pay to win, that would be not good. That would be not good.
Yeah.
So, I'm out of coffee.
But
Damn.
we have possible content creator test accounts to look forward to.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm still fingers crossed and hopeful that we'll get some test accounts, because we'll be able to have some fun with test accounts, and we'll be able to do more interesting content with our with test accounts. I mean, it's a lot easier to do scripted punditry. I know it's totally cheated to do scripted punditry. The whole point of punditry is you pundit about stuff that's happened or is happening, but with a test account you can make it happen. So potentially if we do get a couple of test accounts, we can do some really, really funny scripted punditry regarding certain
we
factions.
get test accounts. There's all sorts of funny things that you and I can do.
If we're in the same shard as each other, we can constantly be fighting with each other, which would be a lot of fun.
Exactly.
And what we'd have to do is we'd have to make, you see where your TV is behind you? What we'd have to do is make that all black, and we would have, the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a cross through it, and then we'll just have Nev and Paul, and we'll just keep a massive, massive score every time, we go online, and, so I can be like, oh, hey, Paul, I've been working on this faction in my test account. What have you been working on? And we both work on stuff, and then we fight each other live. It would be fun. Not live. It's recorded. But, what I mean is we do it live, record it, and put it on the show.
I mean, we'll see the benefits that can come of this.
Yeah.
Maybe we do some of it live. I know our Patreons get to watch this live right now.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So, speaking of our Patreons, we do as mentioned. If you are a Patreon, you can view this as it's being recorded live. We don't respond to chat messages during this recording like we do the other podcasts that we do, but nonetheless, you guys could check out the B-roll footage that we do, if you will. And also, we are on our push to 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, a lot of things will happen. The most important for Lego, or that will affect this show, is that right now I still can't do anything with the Lego store because of the whole social distancing thing. But it's something that I'm working. I have a plan to do something if we hit it that will incorporate the Lego store. That also being said, Neil Andrew Eyre will have his haircut and donated to the Little Princess Foundation of the UK. Neil has Eddie Vedder hair, and it will then become new Eddie Vedder hair once we hit 1,000. So think 10 and think yield. Two totally different Eddie Vedders. He will go from 10 to yield. All right. That's a Pearl Jam joke. I don't know if you got that one, Neil.
No, not a big Pearl Jam fan.
Okay. With that being said, was anything else before we throw to commercial and then come back with our very, very special interview?
No, I'm all good, mate.
All right. So, guys, stick around. Coming up after this, we are going to be talking to a very, very special friend of ours, Fearless Imperial Rogue. We're just going to call him also Deez. You can do the rest. From Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed.gg, LLHU.gg. We're going to be talking with him coming up on the other side of this break. And with that being said, stay tuned. Neil, push the button to go to commercial.
Hey there, Legacy Heroes. Did you know the Escape Pod cast is on social media? In addition to YouTube, we're on Facebook and Twitter. Give us a like and a follow to stay up to date on what's new in-game, in the Escape Pod, plus updates on that other space game. The links are down in the description below and on our Discord server in the Show Links channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second part of the LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed Escape Podcast. And joining me right now, joining Neil and I, and because he's wearing his tweed hat, Neil had to go get his tweed jacket, is, we'll call you Dees. Darth Dees, also known as Fearless Imperial Rogue. He is the admin of llhu.gg. If you are not familiar with .gg sites, in that other space battles game that we play, it's a very, very sought after website, and this one is no different, especially with where it is going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Darth Dees. How are you, Dees?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
Excellent. So, all right. It's probably just as simple as I wanted to do it. Why did you decide to undertake the whole llhu.gg mental? That's the first question I want to start out with.
That's actually a good question. So I started playing the game during the soft launch, and not being able to see each other's rosters or anything, coming from Galaxy Heroes, you could see everyone's rosters, and that is so annoying not being able to see what people have or where they're going with it. So I was like, man, we need one of these sites. So we dove right into it. And it's quite an undertaking.
How close to the soft launch was it? How soon after the soft launch, and how long were you playing the game before it really started driving you up the wall that you couldn't just look at stats and stuff on a website? So it's like, it doesn't exist, therefore we must make it exist.
Well, probably within like a week.
So the madness didn't last that long then.
Yeah, it was pretty much right away. You go into battles and create guilds, and then it's like, because you get to a guild level pretty quick, but then you have no idea who has what and who's holding back on sharing what they have. So
well, this is also a way to rat out your guild mates. Hey, I got a 5-star Benny, or not red. I got a 5-star red Benny. I've got a 5-star Spaceman Reed.
Nice.
I don't have a 5-star anything because I can't access my account at the moment.
I know, we covered that in the first segment. Neil's going through some customer care issues, but they're doing well so far. So we're happy for that. So I'm looking on the website, and let's get my big question out of the way really quick. Are you trolling? Is this? I'm clicking on the characters, and you've got the list of characters, and fourth down on the list says Benny. Have you been trolling me since the beginning, or is Benny really there somewhere in the ethos?
So the data, when we data mine the game, there is files on Benny. They have them there. We did just hear from them that they don't have the IP licensing with them yet from the Lego movie, but we do know that it's there for as soon as they get that. They're not going to tell us, but I'm not sure if it's anything, it's the devs trolling us. So
so the as soon as the before the ink is even dry on the signing over of those IP they're ready to say literally it can be something like go put it in the game, sell that character now. People want that character. Get it in the store. Get it in the store now.
Paul wants the character.
Dry on the contract. Don't care. Get it in the store. Make the money.
We want Paul's money.
Because they know you're going to buy it.
Well, I mean, if I earn it by being diehard space, I think that'll be good. And so I mean, you've also seen Blacktron astronaut Quincy, another Blacktron guy. You've seen Jen Slate, also known as Jenny. I mean,
Oh god,
I've
here he
got
goes.
Jenny
He's
right
got
here.
yeah. He has all of the Lego pieces. It's infuriating. It's like talking about a piece and it'd be like, oh yeah, I've got them here. It's like, yeah, I didn't even know they
you want
existed.
hot dog-
and
hot
he's
dog
got the
guy?
hot dog. He's got the hot, chicken soup guy and all of them. Yeah, he has not got any Lego Ninjago though.
No, I never really got into Lego Ninjago. Now, I mean, we see all these, and data. I know that the devs can't speak on data mines, but this is our opportunity, if you will, to speculate. If you could speculate that any character is going to get the green light sooner, that is on the site right now, what one do you believe we might see?
So the ones that, the last ones I speculated.
I mean, Misako, Rorim. I mean, I'm thinking Skeleton's going to be it, personally. But what skeleton are we getting? A customizable skeleton?
Right. So with this new update, there's a ton of new data, and I've been nonstop all day, every day since we got it. But the last ones I had speculated on was Governor Tierney and Lay Tierney. So
yes,
we
The
found
Tierneys, yeah.
those were correct. So that was a good sign that okay, they're not just throwing random stuff in there. That there is a pattern. But so I haven't had a chance to see what's possibly next. But I did find out what we need for the Master Wu event.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's breaking news right here for I mean, I'm sure other content creators who are also in your guild alliance, which I mean, this is fine, but you said what we need for the Master Wu event. Neil, I'm very interested in this. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You
I
like Ninjago.
It's Lego Ninjago, so my guess would be that you're going to need 5 Lego Ninjago characters.
So from what we gather, you're going to need pirates.
Really? Pirates?
Yeah. The storyline, it's a storyline of it looks like they're having a ship race between Ninjago and pirates. And
oh yes, because Ninjago does have a ship. They do have that big ship. I remember watching Lego Ninjago with my little girl, and they've got a big ship. There was loads of stuff on the ship. It's a good point.
So we got a ship race.
It's
okay.
The animations put like a story of some ship race type thing going on.
But it's still gonna be a series of ground battles though, but between pirates and Lego Ninjago, you say?
Yeah. There's still battles.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now I'm worried going for space that I'm not going to get Benny.
See,
if you don't need Ninjago for Wu.
So I went for pirates anyway, didn't I? Remember, Paul? I mean,
you did.
I did. I went for pirates anyway. Just can't play them at the moment. Damn you, BlueStacks! Damn you!
Hey,
well, they have
we'll get you. We'll get you off the BlueStacks. Drip soon.
Yeah. I'll play. I mean, I've got it loaded up on Windows 10, but I'm not starting a new one. I'll be damned if I'm starting from scratch on this, not without a farming guide. No.
So was there anything else that you had seen in this data mine at all?
So for which one, the Master Wu event or
for anything? I mean, this is I guess the breaking news. Hey, let's speculate based on oddly worded phrases and lines in code. Still, I'm very sad that there's no 1980s _ spaceman, but still.
Man, let's see.
How much are you through the data mine at the moment? How much have you actually gone through? Because obviously it's going to be a hell of a lot of data. It's a lot of pages to pore over, isn't there?
Yeah.
So how far through the data mine from the last update are you? Halfway through, 3/4? What do you reckon?
I'd probably a quarter.
So there's still 3/4. So there's still 3/4 of text for you to pore over that might, give us some more nuggets like the Master Wu event.
Yeah.
So that think about it though, that's pretty impressive. So you must be pretty excited to look at the remaining 3/4, because if you've only done a quarter of it and you've already turned up an event for Master Wu, that bodes well for the remaining 75%, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, I do have to point out, Neil, that so far Deez has only been through 1/4 portion.
1/4 portion. 1/4 portion. That's my man.
How much for the droid?
That's my man, Simon Pegg. One of the funniest Britons ever. But yeah, no. So how long has that quarter taken you so far? So then so that you can work out when you'll have the remaining 3/4 done.
So that's taken since probably an hour after the update came out.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped on it.
Wow, that was Monday, and we're recording this on Thursday night.
Right.
And you quarter way through. Is it just you, or have you got a couple buddies helping you out?
Mainly just me, and then we have a lot of us that'll put our minds together, because basically you're just taking bits and portions of code that you can get.
You're just taking scripts from pages. It's just
and then
constant scripts on pages, and you're just looking through the code. Yeah, that's all you're doing is looking through the code for interesting tidbits.
Then a lot of stuff, like a lot of things you'll have to bring it down to the hexadecimal level. Basically, look at the bits and bytes and find patterns within those, and then it's tedious, but it's actually really fun. It's like putting a puzzle together.
I've done it before. It's like breaking down a puzzle. It can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun.
When you find things like in the Master Wu event, there's mentioning DigiJ. You find things like that, and it's like, man, that's so cool that these things are coming out, and so that's.
Well, I think that the Lego Ninjago is probably one of the more obvious IPs that they can use to bring to the game. Because kids that don't play with Lego will have seen Lego Ninjago on Netflix.
Right.
So it's an obvious one to go for. And then they've just got to do that wonderful thing that they do with the marketing with regarding the pictures. That when they do pictures of ships and buildings, it's got the numbers on it as well. Have you found anything? Have you found anything else cool like that in the data mine, like buildings or sets or anything like that?
Yes. So we had just found out the El Dorado Fortress, and it just showed up. So that thing's gonna be pretty cool. But we also found, what was it? There's 2 Ninjago sets. Let me just.
Do you have the special number? Like, for example, if you uncover 70816, that is Benny's spaceship. I'm just saying. 70186. You let me know you see those numbers.
Spaceship.
Spaceship.
If we get Benny, we're getting all the characters from the Lego movie.
I just care about Benny.
I know you just care about Benny, but if they get the IP for Benny, then they're gonna, it's going to be a package deal.
There we go.
A package deal, mate.
So, one thing that we're constantly poking at the devs to do is go for the Lego Star Wars IP.
Yeah, they have to.
That's going to be a wish and a prayer, because there's somebody else that has the Lego Star Wars IP itself.
Yeah.
But it's going in Lego Star Wars Force Arena,
and they still haven't released the game. It's still in soft launch overseas.
Yep. Yeah, one of the guys in our guild actually was playing it and did I don't know, well, he's not in our guild anymore, but he does videos for that Looney Tunes game, and he was playing it and did a video on it and it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, you've got to have an Indonesian Google account, I think, in order to play that Star Wars Lego game. Something stupid like that. Yeah. Mobile Gamer did it once. Mobile Gamer did it once just so that he could see what it looked like, and that was it. That was the only thing he ever did. So possible, but it does suck that somebody else has the Star Wars Lego IP at the moment and they're not doing anything with it. That's frustrating. It's like, if you're not going to do anything with it, give it to Gameloft, because Gameloft will definitely do something with it. And that game would just explode with Star Wars fans. People wouldn't be giving a rat's ass about the Lego. It's like, don't care. It's Star Wars Lego.
Exactly.
Playdemic. That's who it's going to be.
And the cool thing that
does it has the data mine kind of hinted at any other IP? I mean, we talk about Star Wars, and obviously there's more Lego Ninjago coming. But is there anything in there yet that you've uncovered that might indicate new Lego IP coming to the game?
I have not gotten to anything like that yet. It's all right now. It looks more like they're just building onto the sets or the factions they have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. That's cool too.
That's cool.
I mean,
that's fine. We don't need to be given something new and shiny every single update.
Yeah, but the thing about this update, there is a lot. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. I know they're focusing a lot on like upcoming events and guild activities. The raids are coming.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you've done 25% now. You got to come back when you finish the whole data mine, to give us any, because you've already given us quite a lot and you've only done 25%. And I'm like, my mouth is watering at what could potentially be in that other 3/4. So I'm very, very anxious to know. So when you finish it, you've got to come back.
All right.
All right. Let's talk about let's talk about one of the big reasons, as you stated in the beginning of this interview, that you built LLHU.GG. There is a members tab on that page, and you are really pushing for people to sign up so they can find and be found of their, I'm going to right now, guild lookup, digital spacecraft trash pandas. That's who we are. So I'm going, and when I am a member, I can click on the member page and log in, and I'm going to do this digital, and it's all alphabetical here for those who are following along on their screen with us on audio. Digital, what did I say? Spacecraft. There we go, and then down to T for trash pandas, and I'm doing a lookup guild, and look at this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that have signed up. You have 96 registered users as of right now.
So it'll pick up.
The effect of this and people watching it will hopefully drive people to check out your site and register, because this is how people are going to be able to find each other. You're going to be able to see rosters. You're going to be able to do all that. I'm very, very excited that Stinky Barricade Commando is on here. So it's, by the way, it's Force Ghost J, Neil.
Yes, Force Ghost J. But
but what are your plans beyond this? Where do you want to take this even further when it comes to .gg?
So one of the player lookup and guild lookup that came as the idea recently, where I added it because no chat in game, and then you can't make your game name. You can't set your game name. I mean, they have obvious reasons for that, because there's, you're marketing to kids. You don't want. It's a lot easier to just say no one gets. You can't make up your own names, because we all play Galaxy Heroes and know what kind of things people say to each other. So.
There are some colorful names out there.
Yeah. But it makes it hard. Guild basically to communicate with your guild and get a hold of people. And we had, and so in soft launch, you weren't able to boot people from your guild. Once they were in, you had no control over it, and you have no idea who they are. So just in order to be able to get a hold of each other, we decided, let's make the guild and player lookup, and that way it really helps with the communication, especially since the game actually points you to Discord for communication. So figured, hey, that's the best way to get a hold of each other and contact each other. So
yeah, and make the various different shard chats for arenas and stuff like that. Allows people to get the ball rolling on things like that for sure.
Yeah,
you need that one central suppository of data and information that everybody can access. That's what Swugger GG is, and that's what LLHU GG will be for Lego. That it was for Star Wars. It just takes a bit of time, and hopefully us highlighting it and the algorithm picking up this episode and spreading it around, people will know, oh, well, so there is a site. Okay, brilliant, great.
Right.
I best go become a member. And then look, there's my guild. And then they get in and it's like, okay, this is not acceptable. There's only 3 people from my guild registered on this website. I must spam everybody on Discord. Sign up now.
Yeah, exactly. That and new players who do join a guild and they have no idea who anyone is in their guild, so then they can just go look it up and okay, here's this person, I can get in touch. So it's as soon as it picks up, it'll be good.
So I noticed something just recent on the on LLHU.GG, and that is that you've started a Patreon for this site.
Right.
It's it is a worthy cause. You will, as soon as we're done with this, you will have a new Patreon. When I have time to focus and put in my password and all that stuff. But nonetheless, I mean, you've got 2 levels of membership there that both come with some very, very great, very, very great benefits. And if for content creators like us, we have our Patreon that we do certain little things. But if you're into the data, if you're into the stats, I'm in that star battling game. I'm a territory battles officer. I love my spreadsheets. So seeing all the stuff that you're already putting into LLH.GG, and that I can only imagine that can come in the future from this, I endorse this website unequivocally, unabashedly. I thank you for putting this together. That's the big thing. That's the main thing I wanted to have you on to at least say to you, so everybody sees it. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. I'm glad people are liking it. It's pretty cool.
I do want to mention one thing about one of the higher level Patreon tiers that you have is that you will be doing the data mine for the higher level Patreon tiers first.
Right.
What is the turnaround time from when you see it to when it goes up on the actual site? When do the Patreons get to see it first, and how long until just the average Joe Blow sees it?
So I'm still considering that. Right now I'm shooting about a week ahead of time.
Okay. A week or 2 weeks is what I was guessing.
Yeah, and it'll be more detailed. It's more detailed for Patreons, because
I know what you mean.
It's a lot more data. You get the raw data. You can request specific things you're looking for.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't forget those Bitcoin and Litecoin addresses as well, mate. Get them up on the website.
Yeah,
That's something we should be doing.
So, I mean, so this is I'm going to turn the spotlight onto you right now, Deez. You know, I've been bugging you for this, and I'm sure you'll now get on this a little bit more. But do you want to do a quick 30-60 second explanation of what LLHU.GG is, and maybe we could turn this into the commercial?
I actually made that commercial, but then the whole copyright issue, because I was using the Lego movie. Yeah,
we can't use everything is awesome.
I got hit by YouTube for copyright. I was like, yeah, glad you didn't use that one. But yeah, so we wanted basically we wanted swgoh.gg style site where you can see everything, a hub where you can communicate and see who, get in contact with people in your guild. Also a hub for content creators, so people, basically one-stop shop where you can get to everything and see data, mine data that's coming out, and roll it all into one site. So that's pretty much what we're trying to do, is get everything we can into there. And as far as
in case people haven't figured out exactly what the address is, why don't you give them the address, Deez?
LLHU.GG.
Everything under one roof. Everything you need under one roof.
Exactly.
Yep. So with
like Walmart, but for Lego.
The Walmart of information superhighway for Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Mm-hmm. Anything else that you want to promote or let people know about coming up at all, Deez?
Gonna be updating the characters that are on the character list. I also have basically all the gear tiers for them, all the stat increases from the gear. Working on what the multipliers are for when you level up your level and stars. But nice. We have what it is max and what it is min. So
that'd be nice to know.
Yeah, that's the next step in
certainly knowing how many fish I need will be a very big benefit.
Yeah, shagging bananas. Yeah, bananas and skateboards. It's bananas and skate. Can hate bananas and skateboards.
For me, it's fish and shields. Fish and shields all the way. I think shields are the new stun guns.
Yeah. I was just gonna say.
No, bananas and skateboards are the stun guns and the Carbantes.
The golden eyeballs.
The Carbantes are the apples.
Yeah. All right, Carbantes are apples.
Yeah.
Do you know what? What is it? What's them purple things that you get? What's them purple laptops that everyone's got like 1 million of? That's what the smaller apples are. The ones that you just get dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of. It's like not even into the start of this game, and I've got 50 of something I'm never ever gonna use. So they are like the laptops, the purple laptops.
Now they just got to come out with
them
relics
right at the start. But once you've got a certain amount of characters and you've gone past a certain level, it's What are you saying? No, Apple.
Just use them for relics. That'll be the next thing.
No relics in this game.
I would like. I mean, we'll know what it's like, because if customer care gets off their butts and squares me away with my account on Windows, and I can start playing again, I'm going to start a bet. We need to start a book on whether I hit the level cap first or whether the level cap gets increased. What happens first? Do I hit the level cap as free to play, or does the level cap get increased before I reach it?
I'd be willing to take that you hit the level cap first.
You think? Because that's not what happened when I did Marvel Strike Force. I was free to play. I was playing it like 100% free to play. You know, I don't spend anything on mobile games, and I was 2 levels away from the level cap when they increased it. Literally, 2 levels away. So yeah. We'll see.
All right. Any other questions for?
No. I think it's been a lovely chat. We found out about the website. We know what he's doing, and now we can just get all excited about that remaining 3 quarters.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm not going to be sleeping.
All right. Well, Deez, thank you so much for coming on. That does conclude this episode of Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed for this week. Episode number 7 is in the books. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We look forward to great things from this game. I look forward to great customer service with Neil. We'll see what happens here. And also, I look forward to great things coming from LLH.
Yeah, and hit us up with the milestones as well, mate. 100, 1,000, 10,000. Hit us up when you when the members, the member numbers start creeping up and hitting 4 and 5 and 6 digits. Let us know so that we can celebrate in your success.
We'll celebrate with you.
Because it'd be nice to celebrate with you. Yeah, it would be really nice to celebrate with you, mate. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Please do that.
I will, for sure.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out this show. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, depending on whenever you're listening to this. Be nice to each other, damn it. And we'll see you next week for more Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, the Escape Pod cast. And with that being said, Neil, push the button.
You got it, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.